Berkeley.
All right, how's it going, Better Academy viewers? I'm Yell Kreb,
And I'm Neely.
and today we got a scrim between Squids and Salty Spitoon. Should be a pretty interesting scrim. Squids is actually the highest ranked team SR-wise, and Salty Spitoon has proved himself against two notable teams in the past week and a half. Cam, what do you have to say about Primal Beast?
I have a lot to say. He's a great Ryan. I'm really looking to see what he can do against this Squids team. I haven't seen Squids play, and I'm really excited to see him play. But I think Primal is going to be the difference maker in this game. So I think I've casted
We'll
every
see
single
if-
one of his games. All right, send it.
We'll be right back in a second with the starting match.
All right, we'll see if Primal Beast is up to the task. We will be right back with the start of the match.
Oh, I am moving the camera. Oh, yeah, no, for sure. For some reason, I thought I had to watch. Anyways, we're casting now, right? All right, take it away, Burke.
All right, I guess I'll take it away. This is my first look at Squid, so I don't really know too much to say about them other than I hear they kick ass, and that it's going to be a really tough game for Salty Spitoon. But we're going to have Big Hef matching up against Primal Beast, so that's going to be the duel we're watching, at least to open things up here.
Gonna see goats versus a junkrat and a ball. Interesting matchup we're gonna see here. Ball's gonna have some good point control.
It's a really good point for Ball, too. That middle pillar especially just like makes his grapple ability just so valuable. Look at that boop, like there go the tanks. That makes so much space right there.
Really pick on a Lucio.
Primal Beast with a deep pin, followed up by his Diva, but Big Hef counter pins him. Tito goes down, Hammer down already coming, and Big Hef just showing him he came to play today. Counter from Primal Beast comes in, and they're starting to get the picks. Trying to save the point with the Hammond ult, but it looks like it's just not going to be enough.
That was a big block coming out from Big Hef, but they were still able to clean up the fight, even though the Shatter didn't find a way through. We're gonna be looking at a Rally coming up and a Moira ult on the opposite side, and Trans will be online for Salty Spitoon.
Yeah, Salty's looking really good with their ults right now. They can probably charge Diva Bomb up if they need it.
Surrender to my will.
That's a pin into the back line. Rally comes out, pressuring the Ryan. Ryan's gonna fall early. Big Half going down, and this is just clean up. No main tank left in the fight. Saving ult here would be key for Salty.
That's two fights in a row where Big Hef has gone for a big pin right off the bat, and he's come up empty. The support just hasn't been there immediately when he needed it. King Victory going down here. Primal Beast swinging away on the stairs, making some space. Looks like they're going to sustain this fight here. Getting some all charge. A lot of them are coming online here.
It's looking like if Big Hef is going to want to keep going this big, he might need something like a Zarya to back him up. Because it's just, he's going to have no damage mitigation towards him. He's got the ball to move the enemy tanks, but let's see what happens.
Diva Bomb coming in, but it gets booped far away from the point. Graviton also picking up no one inside of it. Primal Beast gets a pick on the Big Hef, but two Salty Spitoon members fall in the meantime. Trying to make their way onto point and tank straight out. I mean, Q-Sand picking up that baby diva kill right there. That's gotta be big.
Testing the Moira ult into this to try to help clean up.
Finally pushing their way onto point, using the coalescence, getting that Ryan kill, cleaning things up as quick as they can, and at 84%, even if the point flips, I think they should have time to get a recontest.
Lots of ults coming up on both sides here. I think Salty Spitoon should be able to take it if they play it right, if they can block that shatter and find more with theirs. I do think Primal's going to want that last fight back, though, because when Big Hef went down, he pinned him off the map to try to assert dominance, and it didn't go their way. Gives Ball a lot of space.
And with nothing on the Squid side being something where you have to save a support off the counter, and you can be very aggressive with these. And we're going to see that rally coming in right now. Primal Beast going in to make a little space. Tower coming in, finds no one, hammers all, and a lot of things going through right now. Primal clears out that hammer doll, but takes a little too much damage, ends up going down. Left side of this pillar here being played, and they're going to go into the Mega Health Pack room and try and find those cleanup kills. King Victory finding both the supports. And right there, I really would have liked to see them use either the Beat or the Trance to engage, because that just puts you at a big advantage when you don't have to worry about getting grabbed or anything.
Especially when you're entering into that fight with the Beat, you'd like to see it come out, just because, yeah, there's nothing that you have to counter. You have to counter basically that tire, and the even though Primal was able to fire strike that tire, which was a huge play, just wasn't able to go in their favor because of the big block coming out from half.
Speeding up main, Primal Beast going in deep right. Big Hef trying to follow him and cut off some space, but we're going to see rallies coming in right now. Coalescence on the side of Squids. There's the other rally pop. Hammer down's coming online. Big Hef throws his down, finds nobody. Primal at 58 on his. Still haven't seen that Beat or Transcendence. You could use one of those right now. It just puts you at a huge advantage, but now that they're up 2 picks, I don't think they're going to need it.
Yeah, they're just going to save that to close it out. They're already at 99, or I mean, they're already at 85, and they should be able to close out this last fight. They have all ults online, while the other team has Squids has no ults except for Beat Drop and Tire coming out.
Yeah, it's a pretty predictable fight here. Squids is going to have to make a crazy play with their cooldowns.
Big Tire. That could be enough.
Still have Trance in their back pocket, though. Diva Bomb coming online.
There's nothing.
Alright, Zen. Time to pop that. There it is. That's the support you need, but your Brigide's got to fall at the same time. Need a pick in the next 10 seconds or it's going to be all over. And they made a play with those cooldowns. They did what they had to do, just have to find. You go.
They got that huge tire off, which really just opened up this fight. You gotta nullify that tire, or use Beat to block that tire. Big shatter coming in, that's gonna clean up the fight.
Alright, what a first round for Squids with their back up against the wall. And just 14 seconds to make it to the point after it flipped. With no ultimates in the bank except for a rip tire, they found a way to flip the point and take that first round out from under Salty.
They just made it happen right there. When you stay Beat for the whole round, the whole 99.99, you don't drop one Beat. You really they're gonna come in with that tire. You gotta try to drop Beat for that tire. You gotta do something. 'Cause you can't always shoot it. You're banking on like a Fire Strike or Diva missiles to take it out. So investing that Beat is really your win condition.
If you're not going to use it for a hard engage against that comp you're playing, then you really are just saving it for the rip tire.
And then using it after.
Got a Somber coming out.
Ooh, I like it. Might help shut down this Ryan and his over-aggressive plays if he doesn't find a wall. Yeah, that's a good look on this Zarya. The Big Hef. Especially since it's hard to get value with ball at this point. You don't have that pillar. I would pick on it too, though. Balls.
Big Hef doing a good job of shielding those hacks, blocking line of sight so they can't happen. I think King Victory doing a good job building up energy on the Zarya. That's the Brig player from last round.
Hmm. Ah. Well, it's good to see more out of your big players. Sometimes they're DPS players trapped. Sometimes they're tank players that are flexing over to that big position. Big ping coming out from Primal.
Primal going up quickly to that short side wall. Seeing what side of the point he's going to try and wrap around. Northern Meme Falls. Are they going to engage here or are they going to back off? Looks like they're going to still commit to this corner. Primal does have his shatter up and Big Hef doesn't quite have his, but unless he pops it soon, it's going to be even Steven. I don't want to say that on the stream for a while.
Even Stevens, and this is Berkeley Stevens, and
Now I'm on the grid.
oh, they're gonna, yeah. Now we're gonna be coming in with Shatter, Beat, Ascendance, and we'll probably get a grab this fight. We'll see what they can invest. We're gonna have to block Big Hef Shatter here though.
Taking a long
Save
time
Trent.
to give up on that low ground entrance, and they're going to circle around to high ground.
Mm-hmm.
Dominize in the back. He looks like he's going to try and annoy this Junkrat and get an early pick. Almost falls off the map there, but ends up finding the
Finds
pick
him.
onto Tito. Farms up EMP in the process. 4% away from it, but it looks like it's going to come in. But that Earth Shatter from Big Hef finds 3, and the pick onto Berserker is huge.
We'll use that beat to sustain.
Primal Beast
Oh,
stuck
the
in the
Zen
grab
was-
all alone.
Visor coming in to clean up fight. We'll take out the Sombra. And that's just gonna go all in one way of Squids right there. No sign of life coming out from Salty.
They were playing really split right there too. I didn't think they had game plan, didn't know which door they wanted to enter. And I mean the Graviton Surge, solo ulting the main tank, just was enough to do it there. Just too much time.
Play of the game.
And we'll be right back for the next map.
After this play of the game.
Yeah.
And these short messages.
Ready for battle.
And we're back. This time, Japan. Hanamura for map 2. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Yeah. So we're
gonna
gonna
be getting a
see
sub.
bunker bastion comp. Cam, take it away.
So we're gonna be getting a sub in here from Mum Spaghetti. He's a noted Hanzo player. We've heard good things, but it's gonna be hard to break this bunker comp they're gonna be setting up. Hanzo will provide a lot of good shield break with the storm arrow. Blow that early, trying to maybe dislodge this thing. My knees would be weak.
It's gonna be interesting how they path to the point here with the Reinhardt comp going up against the Symmetra Bastion that just has so much mobility options.
It's good to also see this bunker coming out from what is noted as kind of a GOAT's one-trick team. Or has been at least said, I've heard that rumor, at least.
Definitely a Rein Zarya team, or a Reinhardt team. I don't know, Big Hef seems like he knows what's going on, but they're going to make the executive decision and switch to a pharmacy for some more off angles on that shield brink. And it's going to be Mum Spaghetti on the far. It was Bean. I don't know how you say that name. Master-based Bean? We're going to call him Bean.
Oh. It's gonna be 40 seconds killed though, just based on absolute fear being imposed by Salty Spitoon. But it's good to get the ults charging that you want now.
They're keeping Bean on that off angle in the main door just for an off angle there, and they're working the Reinhardt comp up to that mega room. They're gonna swing all the way around the map here and have to force a rotation from Salty. It's gonna be interesting to see where they go. They're gonna play that back far side of point, but that bell's in the way from the entrance, so the pathing is good here from the Ryan comp. They're gonna be able to work their way onto point and just have to deal with those symmetric turrets.
I'd like to see him take this Bastion and put him on the high ground maybe when they come in, telly him right up top behind, because they'll have him. Well, I guess they'll have the far answer, but they won't have much of an answer otherwise. They have no diva.
You mean up in that small window right above that?
Yeah,
door there?
right when they spill on, just give them the old whoopsie.
It's a great spot for them. Northern Moon playing really aggressive right up to that door on Diva. They're going to swing the Reinhardt now around behind. Hammer down coming in, finds nothing with the shield in the way. Primal Beast blocks the pin with the Fortify, and the whole hog looks like it's going to be nullified. Rez now coming in onto Diamond. Now they have the Bastion back up, but it looks like it's not going to be enough. They pop the Cease and Justice, and that's going to do it. A lot of ultimates traded right there. A lot of pretty colors flying around. And we're going to be moving on to point 2. A lot of confetti. It's a party.
Soldier's flexing on point. He's making sure he's ready for the next one. It won't charge his ult, but he will be tired.
Those legs, I don't know. He can sprint forever.
But his arms.
Unless
I heard he's got
unless he gets
chicken
hacked.
arms. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they gave him that push-up emo, but it doesn't seem like it's doing it for him. I mean, his legs can just go forever, and he's really just not a upper body strength kind of guy.
When Soldier gets hacked, his knees are weak.
All right,
got Mum
another
Spaghetti over
interesting time to take notes on the Reinhardt pathing, because this strategy with the Bastion on that top right, if you're defending top right high ground, has just absolutely obliterated some Reinhardt comps who don't know how to dive in. They're going to swing them all the way around to the short side wall, but to work their way onto the point, they're still going to have to face them. Farah gets picked. Mum Spaghetti going down to that Bastion.
Cool. The bomb coming out. Good beat though to counter the bomb.
You might want that when you're going through the door though, but Diamond Eye somehow falls off the high ground, and this looks like it's going to spill onto the point and start being hectic for Salty. Spaghetti going down again, Primal Beast follows suit, Simwall coming in.
Big hook onto the Mercy on the res, she'll still get it off and she'll find the pick. They're getting pressure back by the Sim. Sim is just lasering down on the enemy team.
Yeah, it's a Pink Floyd concert over on the point there. Lots of lasers and again, pretty colors going on. This team likes to party on defense, that's for sure.
Rick, did you take something before this? I don't think I did, but
Ooh. I got a little something under my headband, tell you what. Ooh.
it's getting tough out there.
It's for all you classic rock fans out there. Alright,
All in all,
resetting
it's just
top
another
right high
Orisa
ground.
wall. But now we're going to switch to the Rhine wall, which will provide less of shielding, but they will also switch off the Bastion, so they probably won't really need it.
Interesting playing this high ground with the McCree comp. Kind of saves you from that dive if the Diva chooses to come in. They don't have a Diva on their team. Stop listening to me. That's Northern.
You know, they got the Hog.
He almost
Plus,
has
the
all.
Hog. The Hog was able to hook the Bastion down last time, even though it proved to not win the fight like I thought it might.
They're not even going to mess with this door here. They just rotate with the Symmetric Teleporter to that opposite high ground and open up all the line of sight they can onto the point.
Big pin on the
Pins
Hog.
off the point right there. That's going to be crucial. Sight's coming in, but it's going to be shielded off by Primal Beast. They got to deal with Hef over here on this far side, though. He's got both supports with him. And the Hanzo's in the main door just lacing arrows down the line.
And Northern Meme will just nullify that visor. It will find absolutely no value. And I've heard Northern Meme, you know, he's a Lucio player at heart. We like to see a lot of Lucio from him, but he wants to be that Hanzo player. He loves when they go to the quad deeps and he gets to flex that projectile. At least that's what he said in his last post-game interview.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. A lot of these players on these teams are just in a role because, you know, they're part of a team. You just have to play what you have to play. But Northern Meme especially, he likes to show it off on the Hanzo. Right now he's showing it off on the
Big
Diva. They're doing
dragon.
a pretty good job.
A little late on that.
This
Big
is gonna
wall,
come
that's
in
gonna
on
be
the
stuffed
Diamond
early.
Diva Bomb, finding King Victor on Roadhog. Easy
Oh, they get a tick?
stabilization right there. But yep, they do give up a tick there. Sombra being sneaky.
Those are the big brain plays you gotta make. You gotta send the Hans Walt up top. Everyone gets off point. They get scared. Sombra's gonna go for it again right now. She's getting back there. She's waiting for her team to engage so that they'll be distracted. Pulls the Rhine off high ground early. Now they'll be able to engage for free up top.
Farming EMP pretty slowly though.
Mm-hmm. It's tough with that McCree. That McCree just posing a constant threat, one flashbang and you're gone. Diva also just constantly searching. I like this. He's not going to be searching in the right locations. Hide and go seek, hide and go. Not going to find him. Pounces. But gone.
Now they got the Orisa Roadhog comp, finding a hook onto the Symmetra, but they've been up a pick a couple of times during the second point and haven't found their way to make it on and get some success. Playing this catwalk now, they've got the Hanzo to lay shots from the high ground, trying to open up this top right high ground and get a good rotation off the point. Northern Meme playing pretty aggressively on that far side of the point. Hammer Down and Dragon Striker traded. Both Valks are live right now. High Noon coming in, finds nothing. Diamond Eye goes down. Too big Hef. And a lot of ultimates coming in right now. Cam, take it away. Cam, your mic's muted.
Oh my goodness, I've been talking. I was talking about how he pulled his big dong out on point, just couldn't get anything with that dude. He just went right up behind the Roadhog and just couldn't find it.
Color commentary right there from Norm, painting a picture as cliche as it might be.
Yeah. Sombra finally getting that EMP. Took a little while, but we're gonna have it. If we can charge up
Ultimate.
that supercharger, mid-fight would be very good.
They've got time to if they just get some poke damage in and play this point slow with that Orisa shield. EMP should be coming in any second now. Great time up the sim walls up. Here it comes. Now it's live. Primal Beast stuck in the middle of the point. Big Hef trying to focus him down with the whole hog. He does. Recon with a level 3 beam also goes down. Couple of damage boosting notes coming in right there. Take onto the Sombra, but more and more of Salty Spitoon keeps on falling. Going by the wayside. Primal Beast trying to make something happen in this corner of the point. Just doing anything he can to stay alive, getting great support from the Baptiste and the Mercy. Hammer down on the Call Me Q-Sand, can't quite find the damage to finish the kill, and he's finally taken down by the tank line of Squids. He bought a lot of time, and now he's got 5 teammates back onto the point looking to stabilize. Recon building up that beam level 2.
Valkyrie coming out to like contest. Let's see. Oh, you
Northern me.
Huge. We don't need a Hanzo. We don't need a Lucio. We've got a big diva bomb.
Oh my gosh, but what a play by Primal Beast and his supports to stay alive long enough so he could get those teammates back, and the Northern Meme with a clutch 3-man diva bomb.
Primal Beast just staying alive, waiting out the supercharger. He finds a shadow that's not going to amount to anything, but he survives the supercharger, makes enough time to get that diva bomb, and will just find a home on the point. That bomb had eyes, Bill.
It sure did. Giving up a 3-man diva bomb right there. I mean, you're doing everything you can to just clear him off the point, and on Hanamura point 2, you're so vulnerable, it's so open. All you have is a wall that the enemy, like the defending team, is always standing behind, and those 2 pillars which are just off point if you're using them as cover. Just a tough spot to be in, but Salty Spitoon whittling them down into overtime and getting that hold, not giving up that second point, is going to be huge. That takes a lot of pressure off them while they're attacking.
Some could even say Big Hef just wasn't big enough on that point to block that. I didn't see him personally. I just saw a big bomb and I got excited. That's all it takes for me. Just you give me big plays, I get real excited.
He was on the Roadhog there, late switching in that last fight though. So if he was gonna block that diva bomb from anyone, it was gonna hurt his stomach.
Did King go? Is King the Orisa player for Squids? Is that what it was?
I think that's
seems
what
like
it was,
those 2 are the tank players. Okay. Because I know King was on the Roadhog to begin when they ran with a Big Hef on run. Anyways,
it's a team that likes to switch it up. They're showing us they're not goats one tricks.
and we're back on the first point of Japan.
Primal Beast showing it off on the wrecking ball, already at 40% on his ultimate. It's gonna be big. There's huge boops off the back of this first point. We're gonna be looking for those if he's using that bell to its full advantage.
They're pulling out one of my favorite comps right now. Not with my favorite DPS or support though. I like the Mercy, but I'd like to see some long range hit scan or Hanzo, maybe a sniper, and then with like a tracer in the back line with some heavy damage.
They're playing a lot of great off angles right now. Diamond Eye on that top left, getting hacks in on him. Primal Beast just being an absolute menace. Now he's using that bell, making sure they can't play that backside of point. They're stuck to one doorway. Ooh, now they're stuck to one half of one doorway. Trying to find the kills here. Zarya at a million charge, staying alive, doing a great job. King Victory though finally goes down. Primal Beast doing a great job playing this first point.
Yeah.
Just a couple more kills to find, and they finally deal with that Pharah. Gonna be moving on to point 2, only have to get 45%.
That bell is truly hell's bells for the other team right there. They just couldn't dislodge Primal. He was just constantly keeping him off point and finding damage.
Running the pharmacy comp now, Symmetra Wall comes in. That's gonna buy them half that point for free, but the Riptire looking to find one. Northern Meme going down to a Rhine pin. When Primal Beast goes down, it's time to back out here. You got 6 minutes on the clock. Just fall off the map.
100% Burke. I would like to see Northern Meme put on that Hanzo. This is the quad deeps comp we were talking about earlier, and they need some like long range hit scan. They need something to poke that barrier down. He's only at 60% on Reaper Ult, which means he's just been shooting into barriers and bubbles. He's not finding.
You also need something long range for that pharmacy going on. If that's left alive for too long on this point where it's, you know, as open as it is, she's just gonna rain rockets down. It's just gotta be terror for your team.
Sombra playing tiptoes over here on the high ground with the enemy team, trying to not get detected.
She's got her EMP farm. She's ready. If they commit too hard to this, she's gonna launch it. Nope.
Mum's spaghetti.
Oh. That's a hammer down
their
there.
sweater
Some
already.
dominance up 2 picks, and they're going into this hallway. They're gonna push all the way back. Make sure the only one who can make it out alive is the man who moves faster than everyone else, Lucio.
Gotta love the Brazilian ice skater. Didn't quite make it to the NHL, but he was a top prospect and didn't quite clear the draft.
Whole lot of blue check marks coming online for Salty Spitoon here, but enough ultimates to counter a 6-ult fight if you get, you know, down to the wire here. You got Graviton, Surge, Barrage, and a support ult to keep you alive through the worst of it. As long as they don't just you know, succumb victims to a 6-man EMP. I think they could be okay here. They're playing pretty
If
straight.
they can hit that EMP and hit a Reaper ult, they can get them to force them onto point, which they will do early with this big pin. If they can, oh my goodness! Well, he vomited on their sweater. I'm gonna say it again because I got to talk to myself this time and I remembered. Enough of that for Mum Spaghetti.
That's what you like to see from Squids right there. Using your ults as the aggressors, you know they've got 6 in their pocket. You gotta be the ones who make the play. You can't let them have the tempo. That's exactly what they did. And they didn't use beat, and they're gonna have Riptire, Hammer Down, and Coalescence along with it. Now they're in great position to defend this point for a long time.
They just need to force him onto point and not get pinned by the Rhine. Reaper has to stay alive for when this EMP goes off so that he can get that ult. The enemy team has no direct counter for his ult. Really picking a Pharah.
Pharah going down, Hammer coming in, trying to find a kill on the Recon as the Riptire comes in and finds
Oh
three.
my goodness!
That's all she wrote for Salty Spitoon right there. Time to back up and deal with the fact that out of those 6 ults that you started with, now you only have EMP and your Reaper ult.
Sorry, I just get excited when there's more than one kill with an ult. Gotta get hype.
I mean, it's the Electric Factory over here.
Yeah.
In Japan?
Absolute
Japan?
AC/DC
China? Wherever
currents.
Hanamura is. We're gonna say it's Japan.
They're swapping to the, yeah, it's Japan. You can get some facts out here, but I don't know, these pink trees, definitely Japan. I don't know about you. Regardless,
Salty Spitoon's
they're switching to that
gotta
Rhine.
make this decision that it's time for 2 tanks.
They just can't get a clean fight to land the EMP. They will find the Junkrat early though. They should make a play right here. Find just Rhine with that EMP so we can't make a
Use
play
that
like this.
EMP. Yeah, exactly. You got him in your face right there. That's when you want to send it, but they're gonna try to clean him up as Northern Meme goes down, but the damage just doesn't look like it's gonna be there. Somber poking in at the back, finally throws that EMP, gets the kill onto the Lucio. Reaper gets res, and now it's a 6 versus 4 coming into the point. 6 versus 5 as the mortar goes down, but Primal Beast falls in the corner. Working their way on the point now, get grabbed. Far's gonna rain some rockets in, and it looks like they're gonna be able to stabilize despite EMP finally being used and being used well.
It's just tough with this Pharah. I say you just chuck the Reaper ult. If you're not going to use it right there when you get rezzed and you have picks, when are you going to use it? Only Pharah was up, so you can't use it, but I don't know when you can use it when there's a Pharah. I think you got to chuck this pick right now.
Yeah, they
don't see
finally
any
did chuck
value.
it. Diamond Eye onto the McCree. 4 ultimates online for Salty Spitoon. Only 2 on the side of Squids, but again, they got that barrage. They know how to use it. It's enough for them to counter a fight where the other team commits ults. Primal Beast. Aggressive Earth
Shut
Shatter,
down.
countered by the barrage. Get out of my hallway.
Get out of my face. Get away from my team. Those are my friends.
Hammer down? How about 100 rockets down in your face? How's that sound? Huh?
Yikes.
Oh, little too cocky there, Mum Spaghetti going down outside the door. And they're just going to take that as the key to march on the point here. They finally don't have that annoying Far to deal with. And here they come. Reaper all coming in. Beat dropped. Riptire finds a kill onto Primal Beast. Hammer down comes in, doesn't find anything. Rez onto Primal. They're going to pick him up, but in the meantime, 2 kills come in, and they're going to have a tough time getting this point.
Mercy falling. But they're finding picks on the other side, but with these close spawns, it's going to be tough to clean it up. Especially with that
That
Pharah.
Far too. She's not going to go down anytime soon, I don't think.
Except
Finally,
for
they're
right
able to
there.
actually they're going to clean
There's
some
only
stuff
2 on
up
the
in the
point.
ground and be able to focus her down all at once.
Reaper isn't his favorite spot right now, the cleanup fight. This is what he's built for. He's not built to open it, he's built to clean it up. And he's doing just
Could we
that
see
right now.
Salty Spitoon take map 2 Hanamura?
Another
With
Reaper
another
ult.
one of those Death Blossom. Oh my gosh, that's 2 in 1 fight, folks. I don't believe what I'm seeing. I'm seeing Salty Spitoon take it. The Squids right here. They get it down in overtime, but all they need is 0.5%, and there it is. Salty Spitoon's map 2 winners. 1-1
That's what
going
you
into
like to
map 3.
see. That's what you like
That
to
is what
see.
you like to
As I'm
see.
saying the fight before, you gotta chuck that Reaper. I was saying get rid of it. You've literally had this Reaper off for 6 minutes. I want to see it. And he
Yeah, get
not
rid of
only
it.
drops it, he gets another one. And he basically 2v6s him. With the close spawn. As I said, Reaper's built
Basically, I
to
mean,
clean up. He's not built to open.
He took the tanks
Anyway.
off that point a couple of times. That's play the game for you. We will be right back with map 3.
And we're back with Salty Spitoon and Squids. Squids going down, making it 1-1. And Burke, are you here? Are you
sure
gone?
am. It's a tie game, and we're gonna hop over the Pacific Ocean and go over to California. We're on Hollywood for map 3, and we're gonna see a Goats versus Junkrat Reinhardt comp here. A lot of sightlines for that Hanzo on this first point. Good high grounds to take advantage of. We're gonna see if that Diva, Diamond Eye on the Diva, can't just dive him and take care of him. It's gonna be an interesting first point. Goats finally coming out from Salty Spitoon.
The bread and butter, you like to see it. Let's see if we can just grind this enemy team into a pulp and try to avoid some of this damage.
Oh, Beast going down early. Thinking he has the team with him, kind of forgets that he pinned up to that line and is way ahead of everyone else.
Oh, Spaghetti, I think he wasn't ready for that Hanzo. As soon as he dropped shield, he took a big, thick arrow to the forehead. Kind of want to rub that off and come back again.
Mom Spaghetti doing pretty good, charging his ult quickly, already at 80%. Big Hef winning the race to his Earth Shatter. Working their way in for the second fight is Salty Spitoon. Diva using both of her abilities there just to get through that first little area, and they're going to rotate around to this Mega Health Pack and get around these bottom stairs here and attack the point from the back.
Gotta hit it from the back sometimes, and they're gonna do just that. Hanzo finding Primal right away. This is just gonna be a fight that you can come in and clean up. Pippi, dropping.
Oh gosh.
Alright. Couple walls coming on
tried
for Big
main.
Hef.
They tried wrapping it around the backside down low. Couldn't quite hit it from the back. Let's see if they take those stairs and work their way up to high ground or work their way through the server room on the right side. It looks like they're just gonna push this main choke here. Reinhardt shielding just to get his team through, moving in kind of slowly, playing the short side wall and just getting some ultimate charge here. Rip Tower coming in, and it's gonna find no one, because that's a
Great
beat
beat
drop
from
right there from
Northern Meat.
Northern Meat.
What you like to see. I'd like to see it maybe earlier. Double shatter.
Hammer comes in, not blocked, counters Primal Beast, and he gets pinned into Oblivion right there. 2 kills traded out, a support and a tank on both sides. Recon on Zarya working his way on the backside of this point here, just being a menace, doing some good damage onto the tank line for Squids, but he's finally gonna get caught out in the back there. And it's time to give up on this fight if you're salty.
Yeah. Big Hef doing a good job just staying alive. Keeping that shield up, letting his DPS just do what they need to do, stay alive for a long time. If this comp with the double DPS stays alive for a long time, they should beat the Goats comp. Goats just needs to press W and get right to him.
Yeah, Squid is doing a great job of rotating in and out of Cafe with their supports too, and the Hans is always in the back line too to headshot anything that comes too close to comfort. Recon going down there to Dean. Hammer downs come in, Diva Bomb's going live in the back line. See if it finds anyone, it does not. Dragon Strike finds the Brig, and Pippi goes down to Big Hef. Couple kills traded in, and it looks like it's gonna be Squid stabilizing this first point.
Big Hef on that play. Came in all the way from the back, way behind their Zen, and just shatters at least 3 or 4 of their players there. It's hard to find a lot with the trans still up, but he's able to just discombobulate them so much. Nice fight coming in.
Rally and Rip Tire, bold Rip Tire coming in, doesn't find a thing. Primal Beast again with an earlier death than you'd like. Big Hef working some damage onto Recon in the back, so he's kept alive by Berserker and finally falls down. The Zarya and the Brig just staying alive for too long in the far back line. And it looks like we're going to see some kills coming in from Salty Spitoon. Just have to do with this Zarya and Junkrat on point, see if they can. Brig doing some damage to Recon again on this off angle. Graviton coming in onto Primal Beast. He's all alone, no friends with him, but shields up through the spam damage from the Junkrat. Playing around by Cafe, trying to keep him out of the door. Buy enough time to get a tick, hammer down, blocked by Primal, goes in for a pin, doesn't find anything, and Bean goes down to Diamond Eye and the Sombra. Big Hef falls to Recon, and these are the kills you want to see if you're Salty Spitoon. You're finally able to clean up this first point. It's just a matter of getting these kills quickly and taking the point as early as you can.
That was a long fight right there, but it's gonna come out and get taken over by Salty Spitoon. But not for free, I can tell you that. It took 4 long minutes, and the DPS of Squids was constantly finding. They weren't taking any prisoners, let's just put it that way. They were constantly finding picks. They were trying to make it back. They were trying to pull it in their favor. And Dragon Strike and Trance coming online.
To give their team a chance. They're using their ults really well, using them to make plays when things are looking like they're not going to go their way in a fight.
Switching to the ball here.
I like
see
it.
if
A lot
this
of
ball-
open space on the second point.
Yeah, a lot of hook, a lot of grapple areas. He finds a pick onto Sombra with a couple headshots.
Slams
pops
into the
early.
backline here. Transcendence online and the Riptire finding 3. And you're going to have to fall back now, Salty Spitoon. The streets are not yours just yet.
Master Beam. Just finding it. He's not letting that tire get shot. He's always coming off a high ground. He's not just driving it straight at him. Primal's no stranger to fire striking a tire, but it's tough to do it when you're on these street phases with all these tall walls. Now we should be getting a free grab coming in from Recon. They have no counter. They use the Transcendence to sustain that fight to win it. And we'll see if we can just get the ride into this grab.
Sombra dueling the Ana in her own backline, but King Victory able to come in and slam and cause a whole lot of damage and pop his ult on the point. EMP thrown in the backline only finds the Ana and the Hanzo, and no kills able to follow that up. If I'm Diamond Eye, instead of making that play you just made, what you could have done is stay with the team and hack the ball as he comes in for the play that he's trying to make. Because with a Wrecking Ball in these 6 games that we've seen, everyone that I've seen is an aggressor and is going to pile drive your team. So if you know that's coming and you hang back, you can just completely compromise him when he goes in. A hack Wrecking Ball is just a useless character and a whole bunch of ult charge.
Long story short, he's gonna want that one back, Berg.
He's
He
gonna
wishes
want
he had
that one back.
Within that, there was also a huge shatter coming out from Big Half, at least finding 4. Let's see if Primal can match on the other side and get this payload down the streets a little bit. They got beat to sustain and Moira all to hopefully a laser through the Rhine.
Diamond Eye hacks King Victory. He's with his team. He goes down. It was so easy. And a big earth shatter from Primal Beast finds 4. And it's a quick team kill. Beat drop coming in. They're all full HP right now.
It's
sometimes
ultimate time.
you're feeling the music. It's a party on the point.
Drop the confetti. Did they just win the championship? No, they just used every single ult in the game.
That's what we like to call asserting dominance, and momentum does have a place in sports, folks. Diamond Eye going down early there, far now coming in, just something more for them to do with no hit scans left alive. And these rockets are just going to do enough damage to win this fight by attrition. The Transcendence coming in is going to keep everyone alive. Well, it's a 5v4 fight, and it looks like Squids are going to slowly but surely find the damage they need to clean up these kills. Big Half swinging his hammer like a madman on the point. Nano Boost coming in. There's the pick onto Primal Beast. No space offered now if you're Salty Spitoon. It's looking pretty dire. Big Half slams the entire team. And point 2
Oh, and he just
stays Squids.
Big Half just rips his shirt off at the end there and just says, I got this one. It's like, I usually come in a large, but I'm going to need a double XL after that play.
You know what I wish they, or you know what I think they wish they had back right there?
What?
I think they
EMP?
wish they had that
Oh,
beat drop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe
Or a
couple.
hit
I mean,
scan
how
to
many
deal with
ults
that
did
far
they use?
coming out the door.
Yeah, I think
I don't
that's
know.
what's good about this Squids team is like if you're running goats, they don't show it, then oh, it's time to slow them down. I'm just gonna pop this far out. They're not gonna be able to, it's OT. They're not gonna be able to come out with an answer. You're just gonna eventually win that fight if she's just constantly pressuring the Rhine, constantly pressuring the team with that splash damage.
Yeah, they're really good at pulling that anti-goats out and slowing them down when, it's crunch time and there's no chance for them to counter. And that's good. That's strategy right there. It's having it in your back pocket, and it's knowing when to use it in these 6v6 games.
That's Overwatch in a nutshell. Well, we saw a good hold come out from Squids. Basically, as good a hold as you can have without, saying try again next time. And will we be able to see something similar coming out from Salty? I don't know. I think we could.
Salty's gonna run the Zenyatta goats, or the Discord goats, whatever you want to call it. And a semi-anti goats comp coming in. They got the Sombra there to just hack the D.Va and the Reinhardt and make them not be able to do anything.
I think you just charge up that EMP and you just
Yeah.
send a Moira ult in there. You just charge ults and take it in 2 minutes. If you just charge all your ults, you should be able to just take this in 2 minutes on points.
We'll see how slow they play it. That Sombra going around. Maybe trying to get him to C9 and peel off that high ground if she just like flicks her attention onto the point there. D.Va chases her off a cafe roof. Just gotta get booped by the brig. Bean looks like he's gonna go down early, and he does. Squid still commits to the rotation of the high ground. They're gonna take this fight up there. Only 5 members of Salty Spitoon up there right now. It's even on the high ground. Northern Meme coming in, making it a 6v5, and they're stuck on this staircase. Big Half goes down to Berserker, and it looks like there's just gonna be a whole lot of fights going out into these streets.
And just swing your hammer, swing the flail. Take it to them. If they're going to take it to a small spot with those DPS characters, you're going to take it to them with your tank characters, and you're probably going to take it to them. They don't have any kind of rat to punish their aggression there.
I think the shot calling from Salty Spitoon right there was probably something like, right trigger, forward!
Yeah. Get the Reinhardt! Yeah!
Oh, huge boot gets them all off the high ground, a little bit out of position, but it looks like they're going to recover onto this rotation. Preston, though, going down to King Victory, and they're back onto that far to counter this Goats comp. Diamond Eye using his rockets, getting right into the thick of the enemy team right there. Somehow able to stay alive, but now he gets desuited and the fight spills onto the point. Big Half finding the kill onto the baby D.Va. Farah still being a menace on the point, controlling the skies uncontested. That's going to be point 1 for Squids in, just like you said, 2 minutes.
In comparison to Salty Spitoon, that's a Usain Bolt-like kind of run right there. They just flew onto the point with that Farah. Great switch from Farah. She didn't charge much ult, so you know she didn't do much, but I think she just provided that uncontested threat over the top. They don't even need a Mercy to join with her. Nothing's going to shoot her. D.Va, but I mean,
Yeah,
Lucian's going to do that.
Only even more open and only a tighter choke for the defense. That far is going to be an even bigger issue now.
D.Va charging the Farah, but going to have to turn away. A lot of free space being taken. A lot of free space being taken by Squids, and we're gonna see. Oh, big feed coming out from the D.Va. They should be able to focus this down early. Big pin coming out from Primal.
Choosing to contest late on this first door, ending up getting all the picks. And by the time they get back, this cart's gonna make its way back all the way to that first door, and they're able to hold right where they want to.
I said big feed from the D.Va, maybe big play. No, you're not always right when you're looking from the bird's eye. But they got 2 support ults coming out
Each
from the
team
other team. They gotta hide one.
Here are the pretty colors here. A lot of offense.
Huge
trance. There it all is. It's spilling out onto the point. It's absolute mayhem here in the second point streets of Hollywood. Farah still uncontested as the D.Va gives some chase, but Squids is able to clean up some kills here. D.Va all coming in, finds Call Me Q-San on the Lucio. That's going to give some momentum back in the way of Salty Spitoon. Hammer down coming in from Big Half, finds the D-Mech onto the D.Va.
Yeah, they're just gonna clean up this fight. Hippie is gonna wish his team could have followed that up. He saw the Sombra come in, he popped trans, and then the EMP came out. And that's all you can ask for from your Zen to counter the EMP. Still 5 ults coming out. Let's see if they can use them. On the side of Salty Spitoon. Rally coming in on the point. Big hammer coming out from Primal. Finds nothing. Barrage.
Graviton Surge takes care of Big Hef. Barrage finds 2 tanks, and it's now swayed on the side of Squids trying to get this last point here. They're 10 feet from the finish. Northern Meme goes down, and it's a very lopsided fight, but Mum Spaghetti goes down. Preston with a good pick right there late in the game, but it's not going to be enough. Graviton Surge coming in, and that's going to do it for map 3 as Call Me Q-San pops off on that Lucio at the end there.
And now they're just gonna delay the inevitable. This is just good sportsmanship. They're not giving up. They're gonna assert dominance on the point, and they will take it.
Hollywood goes by the way of Squids.
Yep. Yeah, that's 2-1 now. Squids.
Play of the game.
Will Salty Spitoon have an answer to that Hanzo Rat combo in the next point?
Primal Beast
Or
here with something
Sombra.
special for us. How many people is he going to knock down in this one? Just goes right for it. What Reinhardt? I didn't see him in my way right there. I'll have these 4 people. Thank
Yeah,
you very
I'm gonna
much.
see it. I'm gonna see a Shatter come out, and then I'm gonna see 4 more alts follow right behind after he kills all of them. You're gonna want some of those back to close out that second point because they had the alts in the bank.
All right. We will be right back with map 4.
Sounds good. Alright, and we're back onto Havana, Cuba. We're going to be seeing some goats coming out from Salty Spitoon, a classic comp. And we're going to be seeing maybe a little Bastion on the cart. I don't know, they look like they're just goofing around and spawn on attack here. We'll see what they do when they get a little more serious.
Please.
Yeah,
That'd
hey,
be
you know,
interesting.
gotta get Big Half on that big tank, dude. Put it on the old truck. And we'll open up here. Moving the cart, they're gonna give him that free space on the opening street here.
Street space opening up, Big Half hugging that close side wall. Primal Beast trying to deal with the flank from the Junkrat. Tito looking to do some damage over there. Diva getting caught out in D-Max. Looks like this could spill out early here, right outside this first corner. Not a lot of follow-up coming in immediately though from Squids. Playing this first pick advantage slowly. They know they've got it in the bag if they make the right moves. Just trying to make those right moves right now.
Primal falls low, he'll get the armor pack, but he's one right now. They just gotta push right onto him and take him out. He's gonna pin at the low health.
Zarya Bubble goes away during that pin too, but they can't find the cleanup kill, and that's a big shadow from Big Hef right there, coming in early. Primal Beast has his online, but he's dead. Riptire coming in looking to save it. Tito finds one, and they're gonna take this first point here on Havana.
That's a great trade for Rat right there. Drops the tire, and he's going to pull the beat out early, which you're going to want back because Zen's creeping up on 80, but you might be able to get that grab up before the Zen gets trans and maybe get an early fight win with that. Nano online for Britlin. Maybe put that on the ride, get a shatter back.
Online where they could afford to use some ults and be a little advantageous right there. Just make sure they get that point quickly because cleanup kills.
Oh yeah.
The speed of cleanup kills has been an issue for both teams in this game so far. Yeah, Tito
I
at
really
40%
like that.
on his next Riptire. Dean popping the sights, hammered downs, traded, Recon going down, getting pinned. Both tanks falling from Salty Spitoon. Northern Meme also goes down, and Squid's marching under bridge. A second point here. Maybe a recontest from Salty Spitoon. We'll see. Can they get to the door in time?
As a Ryan player, you hate to be on the team that doesn't have the Ana. When you're going against a Ryan who gets that Nano, you're just like, what do you want from me? He's just gonna run me over and there's nothing we can do about it. Rally popping out from Berserker, going for that contest.
Another Riptire from Tito coming in, trying to secure this second point. Tito falls in the process. This is Riptire right now, and it finds Berserker and Diamond Eye. Transcendence keeping alive. Primal Beast. Recon again getting pinned by Big Hef. Has a personal bubble to keep himself alive, and that's a 5-man grab from Recon. Everyone in it, everyone looking like they're gonna go down. Beat drop committed, and that's gonna do it. That's enough resources to take down those final two tanks.
Recon just being the absolute hero right there. Tito finding 2 with the tire proves to not be enough, even on the late beat coming out of Northern Meme, which he was attempting to block the tire, but he was able to save his team and they were able to follow up on a beauty of a grab.
Yeah, that was quite a big grab right there, almost going down a split second before he got it off. Yeah.
It's that hair trigger timing coming out from Recon. Wrapping around left side, high ground. Trading blows. Dropping onto points. Seeing if they can just skirt it right around the back. Huge shatter coming out from
right
Primal.
there,
This is what we like to see.
Shatter trades look like they're going to be in the favor of Primal Beast. 2 kills coming in for Salty Spitoon. There's a third right there. Big Hef all alone on the point. Eventually goes down. Salty Spitoon able to stabilize the late half of point 2 again.
Primal pulling out those big juicy pythons for that fight. Doesn't need any help from his team really on that one. Just gonna lay him down and set a tone.
Welcome to the gun show. That's a cute 2-man earth shatter you got. How's a 4-man?
Ooh, yeah. It's gonna hurt a lot. It's gonna hurt a lot.
Gonna hurt a lot.
Tran's gonna be able to counter the visor if they try to flank with that. And no grab coming online for King Victory probably this fight. We'll see if they can bait out the trans early.
We support ults to counter that grab though. We're safe as far as that ult goes, but there's gonna be the sides coming in right now. Primal Beast going down, no shield, force off the Spitoon. Riptire committed, doesn't find anything as the beats drop. It's a clutch ult right there as the rally tries to keep his team alive. But Preston goes down to the Soldier. Bean's doing some good work here on Soldier. putting a lot of damage into Salty Spitoon. Big Hef trying to get to people in time to hit him with his hammer, but everyone's just too fast for him. Finally connects with Northern Meme, and the Coalescence brings him down, and Squids looks like they're able to push through this second point.
My will made real.
Great fight there. Big Hef laying a shatter down. I thought he would find at least 2 or 3 just to clean up, but he'll just weave it in between them right there, but didn't really matter. They had it anyways. Berserker going to be switching off the Brig to Anna, giving that juicy nano to hopefully Primal Beast once he charges it up.
Northern Meme switching over to May, showing off another DPS hero. They have May Goats right now with a solo heal. Interesting comp in this long open streets phase.
Super Trash Bros likes to run this May comp. Let's see if it can prove to be good for the team of Squids, or a team of Salty Spitoon. Barrier down for Big Hef. They're going to have to lean back and take another fight another day.
And they're not going to lean into Salty Spitoon right now. Still playing that choke from the last point, not even their spawn side door. See which side of the point they choose to rotate around. They go right at it as Salty Spitoon kind of backs off. Here comes the Riptide looking to find a pick. Finds one on to press, and Unibomb coming in for a trade. Doesn't find anything. The beats dropped right there from Call Me Q-San. Keeping his team alive as Primal Beast pings him in the back, and tries his committed hammer down coming in, only finds King Victory, but they're not going to be able to clean him up. He gets his Graviton Surge off, traps Primal Beast, and they keep marching the point down to the final point.
Primal just got absolutely evaporated there. He tried to make a play with the Shatter. Sometimes when you get grabbed, the other team gets a little too wily and you can just lay them down and nullify all the damage. Sometimes you drop the hammer and you take every bit of damage to the forehead. And it went right to his forehead on that one.
Primal finds a pin onto Tito right there. This last part of the point, tough for attackers as the defenders get a high ground advantage and a spawn advantage here. Kills are traded. Northern Meme goes down to Big Hef. A couple of pin kills from these pin happy Reinhardts, but they're having success, so what does it matter? Preston commits the Death Blossom in the back onto Q-San and finds 2. Looks like Salty Spitoon here is going to push him out of this third point with a minute to go.
The tanks just got so separated from the rest of the team. The rest 3 players in the backline were trying to duel that Reaper to no avail, and the 2 tanks were trying to battle the opposing front line, losing on both fronts. Reaper he gets loose in the backline.
Preston's a great Reaper too. We've seen him with some gigantic hauls in the past 2 games that we've casted. He's known to hide away, and right when it's looking dire, right when his team looks down and out, he's got that alt charge, and if he's coming in, he's getting 4 of you. Like right now, he's at 23%. If he sees his Lucio just went down, I bet he's at 100%, 30 seconds.
Big Shatter coming out from Primal. He's going to clean that up. Oh no! Turns the other way. Tire coming out from Tito. He's going to find a couple with this one. Finds one. Just because Zarya to clean up. Can they find it? Vibes are coming out to clean up, and this should be a fight win for Squid.
The recon. Alright, first round, just dealing with these last couple of kills here as they
Nano on the ball.
Into the third point.
That's a lot of contest. That's a lot of contest right there. With the spawn advantage, this could be enough. You got a Tracer coming out, Brig, Reaper, Winston. This could be enough contest. Just if they can find a pick to go their way, they're gonna swing it away.
Sure could be. Commentators curse me talking too early. Primal Beast doing a great job of just swinging around this point, being a very skillful, talented player, holding his left trigger and his joystick at the same time.
Oh, but he finds a trap.
Finds a trap, goes down, and finally some more cleanup kills on the side of Squid in overtime. Shatter, a pin on a Diamond Eye on the Lucio. But Preston, there's a Reaper out. Doesn't find anything. Double Helix from Bean. That's going to be third point in overtime for Squids.
He doesn't find anything, but that Helix is going to find him. I don't know if you played Mousetrap either, but Primal Beast just did, and he didn't like it. I never really played that game. Too much to set up.
Way too much to set up. So much to set up, I don't even know what reference you just made. Anyway, it looked like Salty Spitoon was going to stabilize that third point right there. Primal Beast stayed alive for so long on that Wrecking Ball, just swinging around, again, being a very skillful, talented player. Holding 2 buttons at the same time. I don't know how he does it sometimes. But he does it, and he makes so much time for his team, gives them a fighting chance, but they just couldn't find what they needed there at the end.
They took it to OT. OT is a little less favorable on these, on these payload maps because if they get it with, they could get it with 6 minutes left, and the other team's still gonna get a minute. But just making it on the Havanas, I think a pretty good victory for what's the team? Squids? Yeah, Squids. Pretty good victory for Squids because as we know, it's very difficult to finish this map with those spawns. Only done it a couple
Yeah,
times.
that's second point. Second point, the middle part of it especially is a big hiccup for a lot of teams with high ground on 3 sides and a high ground advantage as the defenders come back. They just have so many opportunities to shoot down on you. They're so hard to hit themselves. And then onto the third point, if you throw some snipers on that long phase along the coast right there, that first part of that third point, that could be hectic. Snipers can see the spawn all the way from their own back line, and they're just a menace to deal with.
We might need to get Jeff on that, Maybe he can roll a couple barrels in there, do something. 'Cause let me tell you, I've been sniped a few times out of that door.
You're just floating out as Zenyatta, just not using your legs because you're lazy. And you're an Omnic. But,
Bastion on the cart. This is the Junkertown strat coming out here, and I like it. Just get the pressure on it. I almost like to see him move if they're not going to run the Orisa, though, because he's just going to take free damage from the high ground and all other angles.
Holding this first corner down right now. Good job of falling back from the Squids. They go down 1 pick, and they're going to be able to get a 6-man group without leaving anyone else
Off
on the
the
first
top
stage.
rope.
Humongous pin from the top rope, exactly. A couple of kills coming in right now. Bean and Big Hef go down, but they did their jobs. That's going to be enough. And that regroup paid off. They stabilized the first point. What a job well done.
Always good to get a good fight win on that point. If you can win one fight, that's just one less fight you got to win on one of the other points. Oh, early tire. Did he mean to do it there? Maybe. He's going to get the Bastion.
Tito
just to
assert some
rub some
dominance.
salt in it. He's just rubbing some salt in the wound. Get the res out early. You know what? He's been having great ults. He usually likes to save him for mid-fight to clutch it out. He's just gonna yank it out early. Rev up the engine. It's Father's Day.
Some more time in the bank. Turn up the volume. Diamond Eye on the Bastion going down again. Now that he's not able to start the game on the cart, having a lot of trouble finding some value in good spots to set up. Transcendence coming in, trying to keep Primal Beast alive. Bubble committed onto him. As Big Hef is a little caught out of position, they're going to corner Salty Spitoon down right next to the edge of the map. Preston on the Reaper goes down to the Zarya, and they're just trying to whittle away at this Reinhardt shield. Bastion finally coming back, setting up. Hammer down coming in, finds 4. Onto the point, Primal Beast cleans up 2, making his way into Squids right now, finds another onto Tito, and they're looking to push them back and take this first point.
They may have a Bastion, but it's all Primal Beast right now. He's just swinging the hammer, laying the law down. Is that a gavel? Is he a judge? No. He's Primal Beast.
But he's deciding fates out there, just like a judge would.
Yeah. Rat trying to make it happen on point. Not today. Tito, go back to rocket power. Oh, second stage. What can they do with it? A lot of high ground. They like to run DPS characters. They got that soldier. They got that rat. A lot of opportunity for them, especially with the Bastion, who they're opting to run on this payload rather than rotating him up onto the high ground. They're just going to be able to rain it down from angles. Ryan can only cover so much.
Playing that high ground, Graviton comes in as well as the Riptide. Transcendence can't heal you through that. It's going to find Bree in the Graviton. Woo! Woo! Styling, profiling, Riptide riding.
Yeah.
Overwatch.
Well, we're gonna have Bastion ult coming online. A lot can be left to be desired on that ult, but if you get like a pick or two, sometimes you pop the ult and you just kind of start wasting the other team away when there's no Rhyme barrier. We also got Pippi with that Reaper ult. We like to see what happens with this ult. He likes to go big. Let's see if we can do it here.
Big Hef going down, trying to find the pin onto Primal Beast, but doesn't quite get it. They're closing the distance well here, but they can't make their way into that door. Keep getting booped off. Pin now onto the Moira. She falls down, and it's a lot of picks coming in here for Salty Spitoon, working their way under the bridge on this second point on Havana. Just the Junkrat left alive. Looks like he's gonna make it out alive. Never mind.
Just kidding.
Stood still.
Nice.
I don't know what happened there. He was standing
Try
still
again.
in the open.
You gotta get those batteries ready. If you don't have the batteries ready, sometimes that can happen. He got the notification a few times. He just put it off. Right now he's running to go get some batteries, and he'll be back in the fight soon. I like the spot for the Bastion on the opposing high ground. Gonna create a lot of issues for him. Reaper, Pippi, falling.
Junkrat coming in from the top rope, finds the bash, and they're staying still a little too long, not defending him as well as they could have. That's going to be all the kills you're going to need if you're Squid right here. Easy cleanup onto the last couple of supports. Down they go. Recon the last to fall, and another early, let's call it rip tire from Tito.
I think someone tempted him. Someone was like, say it again, and then he just tossed to the alt, just like Yelk did earlier in comp with the May alt. Yeah, I think he's just asserting dominance at this point. I think, you know, they're up 2-1. They're a little confident. There's a minute 30 left, but that could hurt him here. Primal Beast team coming up with 5-6 alts.
Dominant still on that bash and looking to put a lot of damage down the way of Squids as they rotate around here in this backside high ground. Tito using his concussion mines to get away. I got a mouthful of food can. Take it away.
Well, big shatter coming out from Primal. He won't find anything blocked by the Zarya. Big Bastion all finding him a grab, and they're going to clean that fight up. Zarya still scrambling on the point. Big sleep coming out from the Yan onto the Bastion. But Reaper doing what he does, clean it up. They'll find that. No contest possible. Still saving the Reaper ult. Maybe get to use that next fight. Let's see if he can lie in wait in that castle top right. Let's see what happens.
Both teams using a lot of the time bank to get through that second point, but they both managed to do it. Time to see if Salty Spitoon can make it through third point in under 2 minutes. If they can do it in under 1 minute, which they can't, because that's impossible, then they would get a chance to attack. Squids wouldn't. Never mind, it's a payload map, right? Right.
Oh yeah.
How do these work?
It is a payload.
Right.
We did discuss this, but that's okay. We're not in the game. Our heads aren't in the game. It's EA Sports. It's in the game. Big pick coming out from Northern
Yeah,
Meme.
half my mind is on dinner right now, so I'm compromised.
EA Sports. It's spaghetti.
It's like when Russia had spies in the U.S. in like the 60s, but like food and Overwatch. It's really close.
Yeah, food right in front. Anyways, Tito's got another tire. He might wait for them to win a fight. No, he's gonna pop it out now with the visor.
Coming in from the top rope over the castle.
Oh
looking for
my
three, and
goodness.
that's exactly what he finds.
Tito. Just
Tito.
lighting him up. Bastion will reset. Mercy following him. Is it cold down there? I'm taking a dip myself with the camera. Ooh, it is warm.
It sure looks nice.
It's Cuba. You can swim at all times of the year. Do I know that for sure? No. But do I have a research guide?
No, but it's
Definitely
close to the
not.
equator.
It's close.
I read
Gonna
an
go with
atlas
it's
once
warm.
in 4th grade.
Mm-hmm.
Sure did. It was green and blue.
Big half with the big half coming up with a shatter. I like to see him just lay him down. Find Primal in a caught in another fire strike animation. He's done that a few times, and I'd like to see if he could do it again. He doesn't pull it out there. Bastion just burning barrier. They're gonna use cart, the infinite barrier. Oh my goodness! Just what you want to see, but yo.
Pep's done a phenomenal job
Transcendence.
finding Earth Shadows this game. Primal Beast has been notably good at blocking them and have. Oh my god,
But
there comes
Hippie.
Preston making his own space. Where's your Reinhardt there? That was a cool play he just made, but this is a cooler one I'm about to make. Like I was saying though.
Nope.
Big Hef, doing a great job finding Earth Shatters.
Mercy pulling out the pistol. He's gonna assert dominance onto that ball. He doesn't even want him to contest. Anna sleeping the Ryan. Big anti onto the point. Finding nothing. Sorry. Bastion all trying to just work him down, break the barrier, break the Zarya.
No supports to help those last couple of tanks. Graviton comes in. Lucio only has one side to go to, and he's cleaned up himself. Both teams
And
taking the point in overtime.
In an absolute nail biter. I don't think I've seen a map 5 in any of these games yet, and I think Salty Spitoon's trying to let us see one here. See who's got that map 5 that map 5 pressure, that map 5 clutch factor. Maybe Mom Spaghetti comes back out here while the knees are weak. Just gotta work that in as much as possible. Oh, Burke's got spaghetti in his mouth too. Anyways,
Actually, it's stringed zucchini and grilled chicken.
close. Wait, Burke, can we get a fresh
Nope.
take on this food you're eating real quick?
Yeah, so let me
Just
try that real
kidding.
quick. Like I said, string zucchini and chicken. I got some Parmesan cheese sprinkled in there too, and a nice tomato remoulade to sauce it all up there.
Well, let's see if Big Half can come out chomping this fight, and see if he can get the win for his team, get the 3-1.
Well, I tell you one thing to keep it on the topic of food is Salty Spitoons is hungry. They are the underdogs. They are looking to absolutely take it to Squids and show that despite the rankings, they can beat any team in the better academy.
For sure.
Except the Super Trash
Alright.
Bros.
Yeah,
Heard it
easy
here
clap
first.
when they face us. Easy clap. Oh, big flank coming in from the Ryan early. What are they trying to do? They're all going to go. I like this. Moving as a team, trying to make a play, trying to be sneaky. They're going to revert back to where they go. But taking it to cart early because they know they only have a minute. If they can win a fight here, this could make an easy win for Salty Spitoon. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, Salty.
Big Hef falling awfully low 2 times right there, having to use this cart much more than he'd like. And this is a close hold we're seeing from Salty Spitoon. There's a couple kills have traded off right there. Primal Beast having to concede a little bit of space, doesn't have a speed boost to get out if things get hasty as Lucio just went down. He's
Ryan
slept, he falls
sleeping.
down, but a bubble used on him. Big Hef just playing this first corner, moving slowly, Primal coming in. Can they capitalize with a kill onto him? But Big Hef too low to move forward. It's still even.
Dynamite falls
Dynamite going
again.
down again. Oh, but a
Huge shatter coming up from Primal.
Here we
Exactly
go,
what
there's
you
a
need to have.
Tire from Tito, and that's gonna find Primal himself, but
But
it's
it won't
gonna
be
enough
enough.
kills it looks like.
Nano Taranto, can he find over a couple more?
No, the meme popping
Fantastic
off on
hold.
the Zen. A lot of kills in the feed
Fantastic
right there
hold.
for the Zen.
Northern Meme has played this Havana map. He has been very good. He had 2 Transcendences to counter Big Calf Shatters. Every time I was like, oh, huge shatter from Half, he would just come out of a doorway and just be like, just kidding. Counter it, they'd come back to win the ensuing fight. And comes up with another big fight right there. That's a huge hold. This is extremely winnable. What do you think we're going to be seeing on the side of Squids here? We don't know them as much as we know, as well as we know Salty, but
Well, we've
you
seen
think they
how
pull out
they
the-
counter the Goats comp, but we haven't seen how they counter the Bastion comp. And if I was a betting man, I would say that Diamond Eye is going to be on that Bastion to start this map right here. So maybe we're going to see a May or something cheeky that we haven't seen quite yet. Tito's on the Bastion right now, Diamond Eye again on the Bastion. For Salty Spitoon, so it's going to be turret be turret.
this is what I figured we'd see. Whenever I'm playing in a comp game and you only move it that far, you can basically bet all your money in Vegas that you're going to be going against an opposing Bastion. You should still be able to beat him, even because you have to move so close, but sometimes it just poses too much for your solo queue game. But let's see, in a 6-stat game, Bastion v Bastion, will the 2000 barrier be better than the 900 barrier? Usually, Arisa's barrier proves to be better with that, and they also have the field. I see Tito coming out on top of this Bastion duel right now, which could be scary for the
He's got the
Salty
high
Spitoon.
ground, he's got the Orisa shield advantage. It's looking pretty good for him, but if they can close the distance, and
for sure.
he's got a Roadhog in there to help with the shield break onto the Reinhardt.
Shield's
But
gone.
if they can get
Bastion's gonna
Preston
hold
in
strong.
close, Bastion's
Bastion's
traded out
trade.
right now. Both teams
Reds
with
will
Mercies,
trade.
and they're going to be right back up. Orisa falling
The
down, though, and
Arisa's
that's going to
down.
be huge.
That's it.
One Bastion
That's
has
it.
a shield, one doesn't. That's going to be it. Salty Spitoon. Shocking Squids
That's
right
gonna-
now. Taking this
We're gonna-
easily in overtime.
And we're gonna see a map 5 here. I am excited. Good googly moogly. What a game. Just when you think they're out after they take it all the way, they take it all the way themselves and put on an astounding hold. Primal, I bet making the shot call to play that first fight early on the cart. And it held them back. You know, they couldn't round that first corner. I've never seen someone stop somebody on that corner. Squids meeting their maker right now. But
A little bit of Tito
be go-
popping off on Junkrat
Yeah.
for you. We'll be going to some overtime map in just a little bit.
It's nice
Control.
to be-
I think Big Half has been big. All right, and we're back. Final map, map 5. This is where dreams are made and broken. What do you think
Who's
we're gonna
gonna
see
take
here?
home all the marbles today? We got the Orisa comp out the gate from Squids here. If they're looking to stick with it or if they're just goofing around, who's really to say until the doors open? Then we're gonna see
might
a
be pulling it
Ryan
out.
Reaper sim comp.
5,
They might think it's well.
4, 3,
Who knows? I mean, I would run Orisa here, but I've been on this map and they get halfway out. They're like, it's yeah. Wait. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong team. Yeah, Ryan. Anyways, whatever. Back to the stream.
This is a good, it's a good semester map though. If they can get to the point first
Oh,
and
yeah.
for the sim turrets, it's going to be a lot to deal with. That wall offers a lot of natural cover for him. Just mayhem there. Reinhardt pinning in Primal Beast and Northern Meme going down. Squid's picking up this first fight easy behind that Orisa shield right now.
And the bunker locks in and locks him out. Shut the door
Like
and
a
take away
hot
the key.
knife through butter, folks. Just cut through their lineup right there.
Well, no ult's coming online. That was a clean fight. Everyone got involved. And maybe getting a tire coming out early from Tito. He's been charging those quick. He's been a big-time playmaker for their team.
The team that likes to push in straight away, but I think since you're running Zarya and the other team's running a Junkrat, you can wait just like a few seconds on your push, get a couple of bubbles off cooldown, and just get some good charge there from that Junkrat spam. Because that's what Tito is doing very well in this job right now, is spamming, getting damage in, and getting his ult. But he falls early there to Berserker on the brig. Couple of kills traded in. Now Primal B shatters down a couple, and it looks like they're going to flip this point at about 45% here, just trying to work the last DPS off of it.
Not only does Tito fall to Brigitte, he falls off the map to Brigitte, and he's not going to find any water. He's going to find a hard concrete dock down there, and it's going to hurt.
No, you think it's a high dive, but if you really look over the side there, it's just a bunch of bricks on a dock, and that is a splat, not a splash.
I'll be honest, I've always thought that was water down there. Find out new things
too.
every day. How it's made, 2019.
Your power is mine.
Risa, putting that shield down. They're poking that barrier. If they can break that barrier and win that shield war, it's going to be tough for the other
Riptide
team to
coming
find a
in.
home.
Can't find a kill or the sim turret. Just got to deal with something here on the point. Just looking to get some value. Just lollygagging in the top. Comes in now. Doesn't find anything. Primal Beast goes down to a Helix Rocket from B. Reaper pouring onto the point now. Doing a lot of damage into the tank line. But King Victory coming with a whole hog. Keeping him away. Northern Meme goes down. And a lot of pretty colors coming in. And some kills traded. It's just 3 people alive right now. Can the Brig stay and keep the point? No, she can't. She's going to fall. That's going to be a flip for Squids.
It wouldn't have been the first time I had seen a Brig 2v1 and just somehow take the win, but not that time. Soldier hitting the shots he needs to with the Moira healing. And it's only 2 on point right now. They're going to have to get the reinforcements back in. They will, as Salty Spitoon is going to set up for another fight. They're coming in with Moira ult just to hopefully beam through that bunker comp. Just get some damage out of the Risa.
Graviton gonna be online any second here at 84%. That's just a couple seconds away if he does a good job here. Resistance coming in now. A lot of damage pouring out on the side of Squids. Hammered down, finding the Moira and the Orisa. No kills able to clean up right there. Northern Meme with an off angle coming through the back. Still haven't dealt with Big Hef behind his shield. Doing a good job of staying alive with his supports as they try to move him off the point, but it looks like this Moira and this high charge Zarya might be able to find a kill on the Orisa, but as King Victory comes back on the Roadhog, that's just going to be too much damage, and it looks like they're going to keep this one. Ito ulting from spawn, finds a kill on the Primal Beast, swinging his hammer away. Symmetric teleports onto the point, and this last fight spilling out here. Graviton Surge coming in, captures a lot of Squids into that. 3 important kills coming online right there. Moira finally falls. Could this be a flip at 55 to 99? I think it just could be. Northern Meme cleaning up the last 2, and they've got half of a minute to hold this point down here.
That's a big swing back. I was not expecting that. I was daydreaming in the eyes of victory on that first map for Squids there. But we're gonna have a wall coming in from Sim. That'll hopefully give you some sustainability on that point or wherever you decide to fight. Primal wanted to take it right to this Orisa.
Preston
Diamond
will have
balls.
that Death Blossom too, and it is likely to be big. He's coming with a lot of clutch ones after the other team commits ults. He's never the aggressor with that ult, but he's always very, very in tune with how he uses it each time.
This is going to be a tough fight. Rat fell early there to the Reaper, and he's going to have to be coming back late. They're going to have to go onto the point. With low reinforcements, Sim locked in, finding turret kills. This is a laser light show.
Coalescence to keep the Reinhardt alive. Big Hef on the middle of the point, looking to find some value. Can't pop the shield up in time. And Salty Spitoon, 99, dwindling down in overtime. They're able to get that hold after a crucial point flip, after a big Graviton from Northern Meme set it all up to start with.
So much was happening. I was just going to start singing The Wall because there were so many lasers going on. Moira popped all. I just didn't know what was going on. Shatter came out. It was a lot of bright lights. I'm going to need to get some laser eye surgery after that one.
Absolute light show. You can't try and look at everything or else you're just going to be looking at nothing but bright colors.
I hope everyone brought their sunglasses for this one because yikes.
I've been wearing them this whole game.
Yeah, my lights are off. Alright, Recon. Gonna be switching to the Mei off the Sim.
One.
I like this look on this map. Sim not quite as strong. Mei, 2 key points
We got
on this
Mei's
point to
on
get a
both
wall.
sides right here. Mei and a Reaper versus a Mei and a Junkrat. Other than that, we have a Lucio Moira heal and a Brigitte Moira heal. So a couple differences between team comps and also a couple similarities outside of the tank line. Both teams making their way onto point right now. Mei while stalling the entrance of Salty Spitoon. Reinhardt's cancel each other's pins.
Tito finds Preston early though. That's your main damage dealer, and Tito's just gonna have free reign of fire. Wall blocks his own
Squid's playing
Ryan.
their original side of the point right now by this first ramp pin onto the Primal Beast and the freeze right there. That's going to be enough to get the kill confirmed onto him. Recon and Berserker going down as well, and it looks like Squids open up this second map of Ilios with the point take.
They're just gonna chase him down. I like that play. When you're a tank line and you can see staggers, take him at will. If they're not gonna retreat all the way to spawn, make them next time. They're gonna regret it. Reaper trying to find him some room on the right. They know he's there, sending a fire strike over towards him.
Thinking about this right side here, that could be dangerous as the Junkrat has a lot of walls to bounce those grenades off of. I don't know if that's quite the side you want to go to, but they place a teleporter down. We're going to see where it ends up going. Looks like it's going to be aimed for the enemy backline. They rotate over to the left side here by the Mega Health Pack where they can open this fight up a little bit. Hammer down coming in, just finds Big Hef who gets bubbled. The Sim turret's now on the point, uncontested, just doing damage to the tank lines, finally getting taken out. King Victory goes down to the Coalescence and the Mei wall, able to stall the fight as the Riptire comes in. Tito looking for a pick, doesn't find one. Good personal bubble there used by Northern Meme.
Oh my
Shatter finds
goodness.
all 6, and that's absolutely massive from Big Hef, who's able to come
Big
back in.
Hef.
Point hasn't been flipped, and Big Hef with a big play
That's
right
all
there as
big.
they chase
That-
Northern Meme.
That's all Big Half right there. They lost that fight. Zarya doing a great job of blocking that tire. The enemy team thinks they have it. They start to aggress, and Big Half showing why he's got that big in front of the half right there.
Yeah, to break it down a little, they played that comp really well as a team. They speed boosted out, used a Mei wall to buy time, sent a Riptire in to draw attention away, and then when they were all turned around after the Riptire came in, Big Hef came in and finished it all with an Earth Shatter.
Nail coming
Nail
on.
coming in, finds 4 people inside, and Hef with a pin on Northern Meme, can't quite do the damage to get that kill confirmed, ends up going down though. And here they try to make their way to the point, but without that Zarya, it's gonna be tough. Big Hef walled off by his own Mei, trying not
That's
to
what I was
fall
about to
down.
say. Hippie trying to make it happen, but Big Half charges Shatter up instantaneously. He's just gonna need to hit one here to clean this up. Simwall making it hard for him to find a spot. He's gonna save that for the recontest. Tito, we know he doesn't like to save his ult. He likes to pop it in there, and he finds 2.
Graviton surge from Northern Meme, but it's looking pretty dicey. I don't like his odds right here. He's got 4 people collapsing onto him, and that's gonna be 99-0 as a wall and an Earth Shatter. Make sure no one's getting onto this point.
Absolutely shuts the door. Martin Brodeur stacks the pads in the doorway.
That's
Well,
called.
Ah. It is for that fight. Well, what we're gonna see here is who has the better Orisa play, I think. Big Half showing a great Orisa on the first point, even though they lost it. But does Primal switch to an Orisa, or does
Someone
he just try to
play
stick with that
Torb.
run? I know, right? Let's see that to
Come
Fran, dude. I mean, he's good. He is good on this map. We got a buddy. Tuka 40. Look him up on your.
We got
Look him up
Pharmacy
on your,
mirrors right now.
overbuffs.
Primal Beast still on Reinhardt. Interesting, I would say, advantage Squids right here. But, you know, they practice it. We're going to see what they can do here on the Ryan Zarya comp on well.
Yeah. Lucio, his main job here, he's got one job, and it's put Primal in the hole. He's got a... But he's doing what I do. He's wrapping around right, taking the big gazebo, and they're going to try to wrap all the way around with the Ryan. Perfect pathing right here from the Ryan. He knows how to play this point. He's done it before. They're going to wrap all the way around. Going on the point. Big boop onto Ryan. He finds a way to get away from that well, but he's going to go right back into it. Trades going out from both sides. Pippy finding the rat. Once again, that's been his match all game.
Big Hef going down, and even though it's a 5 versus 4, it looks like with both main tanks down and the Junkrat that Salty Spitoon will have the damage it takes to win this first fight, but that Pharah is still uncontested in the sky doing her own damage isn't going to be enough there for Squids, and they're going to have to fall out and concede the first take to Salty.
Winning that
Reinhardt
first
comp.
fight is massive for the Reinhardt comp. If you win that fight, this means you get to play in front of the point. You don't have to play anywhere near that well unless you have to fall back. But you're going to want to play right in these streets and take it to this Orisa as soon as she puts that shield down. The less you have to play around that well as Ryan, the better you're going to do. I'm liking everything I see from Primal right now. Even
Yeah,
though he got
absolutely.
booped on that play.
Getting them squared away to corralling them into these small corridors allows Primal to charge his ult incredibly fast. He's got Earth Shatter online right now. As a barrage from Diamond Eye comes in, but he's too far away to do any significant damage right there.
Rather high. About 3,000 feet, is that where planes go to? I don't know, but that's about where he was.
As we've said before, from the top ropes, but that's not where you want to be when you're far barraging. That has a lot of damage fall off right there. Little long-range dogfight going on as both pharmacies looking to poke away at each other. Squid's rotating to the left side of this point here, set up the Orisa shield, and she gets her toe on the point. Another barrage coming in a little lower that time, doesn't find any kills. Resistance comes in, but it's immediately taken out. Die coming into the Graviton Surge, but it only finds a kill onto Big Hef. Still a lot alive for Squid. They're looking to poke the last bit of damage away into Salty Spitoon, but their Mercy goes down after a res on the Hef. And Preston also falls on the side of Salty. Both Pharahs still alive, not challenging each other. Both uncontested, making it a hard flip if neither of them can be dealt with.
U-bomb, plop it out. Will find the Pharah. That's how you're going to contest it right there. No hit scan, no DPS required for that one. We're just going to blow her out of the sky.
Salty is going to get it at least 299 here if they get forced off this point, which is good for them. They're only going to have to win one fight and hopefully not recontest to win this map. But this Orisa comp, a lot of staying power on Will.
When the Orisa comp walks in, they don't like to leave, but they don't have the Roadhog for the shield break. Diva's a good look because you're facing the Pharah. You gotta have that Diva, eat some spam. But without that shield break, Primal's gonna be a little less contested. But he's gonna go right onto straight on the point near that well. He's gonna want to tell his team to kite right and do what he did on the first fight here, if he wants to have a fighting chance against this comp. Get in tight on the Orisa as Ryan. That's when you win.
Yeah, this is great play right here for Salty, playing
Huge
slow
pin.
the pharmacy on the outside. Primal going down, but it's going to open up some space to get the trade onto Big Hef. They do flip the point, making it pretty tough, stalling the point from Squids. Their Pharah is doing some work right now. She finds the kill on the King Victory on the Diva. That's going to be her last contestant. And now they're going to have to move that Orisa onto the point if they want to get this flip back in their favor. The resistance
They need to get that
A
resistance.
couple of kills right there. Preston coming in sneaky with a late ult, but he's not going to find the kills he needs.
And the ults are going to tip in the favor after that one to Squids too. You're going to have Shatter and Barrage coming out from Salty Spitoon, but you got that Tire coming out from Tito. He's at least had probably 20 to 25 kills with that Tire today. You got Beat Drop for the Barrage. Even though you can't totally counter Barrage for a beat, as long as you're not grabbed, you should be able to do a pretty good job, especially if he does it from the skybox.
Riptide coming in early as it has many times. Absolutely
Big.
perfect fire strike right there from Primal. The Shatter finds both supports, but they're not going to be able to clean them up. Visor coming in, and that's going to be a good cleanup right there. Still time to contest, though, if you're Salty Spitoon. Reinhardt has no Earth Shatter in his pocket right now. Do you switch over to the Orisa, or do you stay on the Rhine here? They camp.
Hello. Oh,
You switch over
you
to
gotta.
the Orisa?
Sorry, I'm just. This is such a good game. I'm like, I'm on the edge of my seat right now. So Ryan, you gotta stick with it at
Coming
this
into
point.
the
There's
last
no point
seconds
putting the Orisa. You're not gonna get supercharger. Yeah, they got beat to count. The window coming out. They're gonna fire the
and the
fire all
barrage
through it.
combo. I like that.
I like the idea, but still, again, absolutely yard. That's a Hail Mary play. Not even Tom Brady could land that one.
Trying to
Maybe
work
he
their
could,
way
though.
in
I don't
slowly.
know.
Squids does have that soldier hit scan, which is helping them out a lot against the
It's a
pharmacy.
huge pin.
Primal comes in with a big pin and a big
Primal
damage,
killing
like doing a
that.
lot of damage right there. Yeah, if this fight's won, I mean, that Graviton Surge coming in, that looks like it's going to be enough kills. It's a 6 versus just a Risa right now.
And just
Oh my God.
absolutely
Did they do it with
taking
a
this
Reinhardt?
taking this
As the
game to
underdogs.
the absolute brink. Salty Spitoon, just
I think we got to talk to Primal Beast a
absolutely.
little bit
Yeah, we do.
about his
It's
decision to
Big Half,
play Ryan right there.
Big Half, you had the interview, but you couldn't pull it out on the Arisa. Try again next week. We'll be here commentating, but we're gonna have to get Primal back in here. We've talked to him before, and we'll talk to him again. Sounds good.
All right, we're going to take a quick break after this play of the game, and then we're going to have an interview with Primal Beast, the Reinhardt from Salty Spitoon. All right, we're back with Primal Beast right now, and making a big decision to go Reinhardt on well, a very meta Orisa point. What made you make that decision?
All right, so let's start off with saying that what we realized was that our comps weren't exactly working. We were kind of losing team fights based on the other comps that were running 2-2s and stuff that were working a little better than ours. But our main thing we realized is that when we play goats, I think we synergize pretty well in goats. We rush together, we do all the things that's supposed to do. But those aren't our best characters all the time. Mine's my best character, but say, for example, Northern Meme, he's not exactly a Lucio main. He's more of a Zarya and a Reaper and a Hanzo. But we decided that if we just went the characters that we could perform individually the best at, that we would perform better as a whole.
I like that.
Yeah, I mean, right there you were taking it to him, and it was like really important after you won that first fight to lock down positioning ahead of the point, so you didn't have to actually deal with the well too. Like,
Yeah.
was that
I mean,
your call to like hold aggressively up there, or like where'd that come from?
No,
Yeah,
that was
love the
mostly
pathing.
Diamond. Bryce's hold was decided to hold up just front because obviously we knew we couldn't play around the well. We all kept screaming, "Watch out for the Pharah, watch out for the Orisa bops," all that stuff, because we knew that once I took that first drop in the well after that first fight, that was, I mean, I couldn't stay anywhere near that thing anymore. Especially as Reinhardt having to get in close to these people.
On the
and then I
first
also
fight,
you go.
sorry.
Okay.
On the first fight, this might have been kind of a similar question, but on that first fight, I liked how you was that your call to path on that right side, like on the first
Oh,
fight, to take it all?
100%.
Because
Yeah.
it seemed like you kept, because I'm a Ryan player, like that's what you got to do. You gotta just yank it around. Anyways, yell crab.
Yeah, I just want to talk to you about the Havana game. Like, you guys had all 3 points taken against you, and like we all know how hard it is to take all 3 points, like even in overtime on Havana. And like you guys didn't tilt, you didn't get down on yourselves. You took all the way to the 3rd point, and then you had a huge hold on defense. What was the
Yeah,
what
I
was the
just
strategy
realized
there
that-
on that defensive hold there?
Yeah,
in
so
that
that
first
last one, I
corner?
realized that we needed to hold that as far forward as we could. We're not going to give the other team any more like feet than they need, because we could lose by like half a foot or half a meter, and that could be the end of the game. So we tried to keep it up as aggressive as we could. We gave them space when we needed to, but other than that, we had to keep them as as close to their spawn as possible.
Another
Alright,
fun
and I got-
question.
Yeah,
You got
you go.
one?
And then I got
Say,
I
fun
got
question.
one more form that we'll end with.
Okay, I was gonna say what were the comms like when you won that game? Right at the
Oh,
end,
screaming!
was it just
Absolute
screaming?
madness, dude.
Love it.
We heard in the
Yeah.
podcast that we were supposed to be dark horses, and that Squid Squad was gonna crush and make it to the finals, and we could not let people talk like that. We had to just show
sure.
ourselves up. People said they never watched any of our streams, and now, I mean, I feel like we did okay if we played against the highest SR team.
No, you guys
Oh,
did
yeah.
great. You stole that one from them right there. You were
I'd
not
say
the
so.
favorites, but I mean, like, I've watched 3 of your scrims now, and like, I know you
Yeah.
guys are a solid team. Like, that's a 3,100 team you just played allegedly, but like, you beat them, so I mean, definitely you can hang with them. But had some big holds, had some big plays. But what I wanted to ask you to just end this whole thing is, what was your favorite play from the whole match?
Northern Memes Zarya bubbles in that last game. He hit 2 or 3 of them that we got us. Like the first round we won because of them, and that last round we won because of them. It was just we swapped him over from Recon on the Zarya because Recon likes playing Sim, and it was just those mad grabs, using him at the perfect time and the perfect place, got the perfect kills, and it just saved us both times.
Unselfishly passing it off to someone else. I love it. Classy guy, Primal Beast. Thank you for the interview.
Of course, thank you.
I would
for
have
having
picked
me.
one of those shatters, but you know, that's,
Yeah,
it's
seriously.
up to you.
All right, of course. See you guys.
All right. See you, Primal. All right, that is going to do it for this Better Academy stream with the match between Salty Spitoon and Squids. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Yellcrab.
I'm Neely. Make sure you check out all the things on the bottom of the stream. You can check the Discord, the stream. Is there anything else that we need them to check? YouTube as well. All Better Academy. One of them is the Better Academy. I followed the wrong thing once. Keep your heads up out there. It's all that A logo. You'll find it. I'm Neely.
Anyway,
That's
we'll be
Yellcrab.
back soon. Take care.
Your love is rated X. That means you're extra, extra.